Using body filler. I'm not an expert. I'm only figuring this out, as this is really, I haven't done much of this before. This is only the, I don't know, second or third major time I've been playing with body filler. But I'll tell you what I figured out. So this stuff I got locally at a local body shop. It's the Chem Pearl. It's their Ultra Gold body filler. But I imagine most brands come in a can, come similar to this. You pry the lid off. And what's inside is kind of a paste-looking stuff, kind of like thick peanut butter. And it comes with a tube of hardener as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a paint stirring stick, and I'm going to scoop some out onto my plastic board here. This is kind of a mixing board. This is just corrugated plastic, actually. Cardboard works too. Cardboard isn't as strong. Plastic has a nice clean surface, and I can clean it up when I'm done and reuse it. So using my paint stirring stick, I'm going to kind of pull out some globs here. I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 of these kind of blobs will be good. Yeah, I'll do 2 more. So that's probably actually enough for what I want to do right now. So I'm going to just set my lid back on. Now for this particular brand of body filler, it says to use 1 1/4 inches of the hardener for a golf ball size. Every brand is probably going to have a little different mix ratio depending on exactly how they make it. But this is probably 2 golf balls of volume, so you know I need a little over 2 inches, maybe 2.5 inches, maybe about like that. And now I'm going to stir this in. So I'm going to stir it in with my paint stirring stick, and it'll change the color from this cream to just a little bit more of a gold color. And I'm just kind of, you know, mixing it up here, scraping some of the edges, making sure that it all gets mixed up. Now, I've heard, and I've kind of found by a little bit by example, that if you use a little less hardener than you're supposed to, it'll still fully harden. It'll just take a little longer, which actually for me I prefer, because otherwise it starts to harden up while I'm still applying it. And I'm not in a rush. I'm not a production shop, obviously. So, you know, I don't mind letting it dry for a few hours before I sand it and try to put on another layer. So this batch of filler I'm going to put on the 2 windshield washer nozzle spots there. So what I try to do with the board here that has my filler on it, I try taking the spreader, and I'll kind of scoop up a little bit so it's on one edge of the spreader but not the other, and then I can kind of wipe it into place and try to, you know, kind of push down a little bit so it goes into the void that I'm trying to fill, and then do a few passes over it. And I don't know how clear it is right now, but there's a little bit of a depression right where that hole is, so I'm going to put just a little bit more on the top here and just spread it out. And so once this dries, I'll be able to sand it down and get it, you know, as smooth and flush as possible.